Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. You see the voice is getting back better. Still not 100%. I'm still out here sounding like John Fury. But anyway, CaPollo Alvarez. Chicken. Scary. What is wrong with this guy? Now check this out, right? Canelo signed the contract to fight Jaime Munguia. How much money he's going to make, I don't know. I'm hearing 35 million, 40 million, but I'm not hearing 60, 70, 80 million. Okay? And you may say, well, what's the significance of the 60, 70, 80 million, those numbers that you're throwing at us? Well, the significance is those paydays reportedly is what Canelo was looking at to fight David Benavidez. Now, in case you were sleeping underneath a rock, Canelo, word on the street, take it with a grain of salt, is going to get a 92%, 8% split. 92% for Canelo, 8% for David Benavidez. And this 60, 70, 80 million, those numbers are before pay-per-view, endorsements, and other modes of revenue. So that's a lot of money. But when people ask the question, right? A guy like Canelo, who a lot of people feel, and I'm not saying I disagree or agree, has done any and everything you possibly can in the sport of boxing. Some people would say, except for fight somebody at a fair weight, right? Why would he go out here and fight a young talent like David Benavidez? Well, before we were saying Canelo doesn't want to fight a Mexican. And Canelo tried to clarify what he meant just by saying he represents Mexico and he'll fight anyone, but preferably, doesn't want to come and beat on one of his fellow countrymen. So anyway, the conversation was fight Benavidez. But he doesn't want to do it. He's protected. Secret Society, WBC, WBO, IBF, WBA. But I'm going to tell you what the real deal is with Canelo. As far as why he won't fight Benavidez, that shit has nothing to do with Mexico. Because Canelo Alvarez goes where he goes wherever the money is. And there was a lot of money in David Benavidez. But since, Mr. Canelo doesn't want to fight somebody from Mexico, well, he got Jaime Munguia, who just happens to be from Mexico. And I'm going to tell you right now, he chose Jaime Munguia because out of Canelo Alvarez, David Morrell, and Jaime Munguia, I think Canelo and his team feels that Jaime Munguia is the weakest link. Now, I'm going to tell you this. There are some people saying, and they speak passionately about this, there's no way in the world Jaime Munguia can beat Saul CaPollo Alvarez. And what they're saying is Jaime Munguia just doesn't have the experience. But what I'm going to say is for Jaime Munguia to have amassed a record with 40 plus wins, a whole bunch of knockouts, and to be undefeated, Jaime Munguia, like one of my buddies on the channel said in the comments, Munguia and Golden Boy have been working their whole careers and getting the experience and just gradually, increasing the level of opposition for this day to face Canelo Alvarez. I'm telling you right now, I think Jaime Munguia has a good chance to beat CaPollo. I really do. I think he has a really good chance to beat Saul CaPollo. And some of you out there can say, hold your horses, Hood Champion. You're taking it to the stupid. For you, subscriber or non-subscriber, what I would like to say is, screw you! How dare you accuse the Hood Champion of taking it to the stupid? How could y'all not give Jaime Munguia a chance? This man worked with Eric Morales. And Eric Morales, man, El Terrible, man. He made him a better fighter. But then you take him over to a guy like Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach isn't somebody, I think he could do it, But he's too old, and the opportunity for him to do that, those days have passed. But Freddie Roach is someone who I think, if he had the opportunity, could take a kid, 4, 5, 6 years old, and train him from 4, 5, 6 years old through the amateurs and make him a professional, have him turn pro, and make him a boxing champion. Freddie Roach knows what he's doing. I don't see why people give Freddie Roach shit. Oh, he hasn't taken anyone from a kid through the amateur circuit and made him a champion, so he's not a real trainer. Hold your horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. Yes, he is a real trainer, because when fighters come to him, they get better. All right? So I don't want to hear that. I can only imagine if Freddie Roach had his way with a fighter, to where he takes guys with experience who've learned from others and make them better. I can only imagine what Freddie Roach can do with somebody who's raw, never ever picked up boxing gloves, and shows him his way from day one. Just like Cus D'Amato did Mike Tyson, created a monster at a young age. I think Freddie Roach could do it too. Just like Ben Getty did with Keith Thurman. I really believe that he can do it. But this is my concern about Jaime Munguia and Freddie Roach. As Munguia may get in the ring with CaPollo, and where CaPollo does things instinctively. CaPollo's not in there overthinking anything. He's going to put up that high guard. He's going to start to walk you down, see what you have, catch your shots. He's got great head movement, great defense. And he's going to stop, basically letting off thunderous blows. And not in rapid succession. He's pretty much a 1, maybe 2 punch type fighter right now. And he's just looking to come and pop shots. He hit you with hard shots and break you down, and then towards the middle of the late rounds, try to get you out of there. But it's the pressure that Canelo puts on you. The problem with him hitting Jaime Munguia, who's from Mexico, is you hit him, he gonna hit your ass back about 10, 15 times. But I do think Munguia may not do things instinctively, and I said in another video, I think he's gonna find himself possibly overthinking some things, which is gonna give Canelo an opportunity to hit him with the Guadalajara Bing Bing. Now, when it comes to Canelo, and I do think he's putting duck sauce on the fried rice by not fighting Benavidez, or duck sauce on the carne asada. He don't want the salsa and pico de gallo no more, salsa verde and all that shit. He don't want that. That moment, he wants duck sauce. But when it comes to his legacy, a lot of people are just saying, look, man, do you not have any respect for the legacy of the great Mexican fighters? You want to call yourself the greatest Mexican fighter, right? That's what he wants to call himself, and a lot of people want to say that too because of what he's accomplished, kind of money he's made. But he'll never get the love and the admiration like what Mexican fans give Julio Cesar Chavez and other great Mexican champions like Juan Manuel Marquez, Barrera, Eric Morales, and there are others, right? He'll never get that because Canelo Alvarez excuse me. Canelo Alvarez is out here, what fans feel, putting duck sauce on the fried rice, and they feel it's just a shame for boxing, and particularly for boxing in Mexico. So what's Canelo Alvarez going to do? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not so sure what he does, but I do think he needs to fight David Benavidez, and win, lose, or draw. I think that will help him when it comes to his legacy. Because right now people are just seeing him, and you know it's hard. I make fun of some of these, and some of these videos have fun, make jokes, but it's hard for me to see Canelo as anything other than El Capollo Loco, because my man, or maybe I call him El Capavo. Capavo means duck in Spanish, right? El Capavo, because he is, in my opinion, avoiding that damn David Benavidez fight. I don't know if he's trying to let it build up and amass into $100 million payday for him. I don't know if they're trying to work it as his fight after Jaime Munguia in Saudi. I don't know what they're doing. But I know that sooner than later, they need to get themselves in the ring with David Benavidez. You got to have the courage to do it because I think Canelo has all the talent in the world, but in my opinion, he seems to be lacking a little bit of heart, and maybe Bivol took some of that out of him. Anyway, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans. all the CaPollo Alvarez fans, CaPollo, or anyone who thinks Canelo is not putting duck sauce on the carne asada, I'd ask you to leave in the comments, how do you arrive at that conclusion? Because he's had years to fight David Benavidez. And Benavidez is only getting stronger, getting better, and just really settling into his prime. And if Canelo's trying to wait for a huge payday, Canelo can be waiting 1 year too long to where now Canelo, who already seems to be regressing, doesn't stand a chance in hell against the Mexican monster. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.